It's huge! Is this the Tonelico tree?
I believe so. It does match the description in Harley's notes.
So we just have to peel some of the bark off, right? Hey Lola, you got a knife?
Of course! 100 gold to rent it for an hour!
I just need it for like 2 seconds. You're still trying to make money? It costs you literally nothing.
Nothing's more expensive than giving away something for free. Besides, every cut dulls the blade.
This is just embarrassing. Listen, I brought my kitchen knife. That should do the trick.
Holy crap!
I've read that for some monsters, the Tonelico is a holy tree. Getting so close is likely to anger them.
You're so smart, Lady Mariana. Nobody's as smart as you.
Never a dull moment, huh? Bahas, can you take care of the bark?
Sure, leave it to me. My blade will make quick work of this tree.
Everyone, please be careful!
You shall disappear!
My turn! I leave it to you!
Okay, let's go. Now then.
Get ready!
Feeling bomb!
Another step toward my Looks like I got spatula!
Still have part.
Hello? Is this where I might find Apollonius?
Who might you be?
The name's Harley. I'm a fairyologist. Fang asked me to come check on Apollonius.
Fang? That boy from before?
Hey, Apollonius! Long time no see. Oh, but you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. We're meeting for the first time, right?
More nonsense about being thrust into this reality from another world? Leave me. I have nothing to say to you.
Oh, that just won't do. Fang's very worried about your well-being.
My well-being?
Rumor has it you've become quite the drinker. Excessive alcohol consumption really isn't good for your health, you know. They say a glass of wine a day is good for you, but alcohol's still alcohol. Everything has its limit.
So what? You're here to tell me to simply make myself better and get back to work? I have no reason to listen to you.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. Oh, by the way, Fang wanted me to give this to you.
This is...
It's the amulet I made?
Seems like it. In our past world, your sister gave this to Fang. I doubt Fang mentioned it, but in that world, Fang took your life.
I lost to a boy like that?
Yep. Then your sister went looking for revenge, ran into Fang without knowing he was her sworn enemy, and gave that amulet to him. And the whole time, she told him all about her dead brother. Everything she remembered about him. Do you understand yet? Do you understand the feelings that live in that amulet? Do you understand how it affected Fang? I think you should hold on to that. I bet it'll help sober you up.
Apollonius, where are you going?
I need some fresh air.
Apollonius.
When it comes to addiction, the most important thing is treating the soul. I hope he's able to recover at least a little bit. Oh, hey! These empty wine bottles laying around. Are they all from the Septarian Club?
Yes. Why do you ask?
Would you mind if I borrowed one of them?
Okay, so how do we get a Melgria horn?
Isn't it obvious? We catch one and slice its horn off.
I feel kind of bad for the Melgria.
Harley wrote a note here. The horn will grow back, so don't worry about it. Just get a clean cut.
Oh, then I guess it's okay. So, where do we find one of these
Is that one?
That is one big animal.
Indeed. I'd assumed it would be roughly the size of a boar.
Is it just me, or does it look super pissed?
I bet we're on its territory. Uh-oh! Here it comes! That sucker has some serious momentum!
Bahas. I don't know how we're gonna calm this thing down, but get ready to chop its horn off.
Got it. I'm counting on you to get it to settle down.
You better be worth all this trouble, Apollonius.
Let's do our best.
Hang down.
I'm ready. I leave it to you.
Understood. Let's do this. You got this.
Leave it to me. Executing. Two-step dance. Here we go. Get this fit. My turn. My turn.
I am loath to do this, but
Okay, let's go.
Executing Biosphere.
Go!
Here I come.
Executing upper street.
Away with you.
I'll do my best. Executing. Two-step dance. Here we go. Get this fit. My turn. Executing magical Break you in half.
Here we go.
Executing Biosphere.
We got this. I'll leave this to you. Ready to see my true power? I got some new data. Looks like I got stronger.
Damn it! Hold still, you little... Pippin, get the legs!
You're quite lively, aren't you? This is how every youngster should behave. Settle down, damn it! It spit at me! Bahas, hurry up and get it over with!
Hold on. Just a little more. Okay, got it.
What the heck? It just calmed down all of a sudden.
A Melgria's horn is a symbol of its strength. It's probably depressed at losing them.
Sorry, but it'll grow back. That's true. I could bring this guy back with me, keep it as a pet, and I'd have infinite horns! Eureka! Another perfect business opportunity!
Mariana, you got her?
indeed. You're too ruthless, young lady. Try to be content with just...
Come on! It's a good idea, right?
Okay, so, we got the Melgria horn. We're on our way, Apollonia. we're back.
Hey, welcome back! How'd it go?
Complete success. We got everything you asked for.
Oh, that's great! I had a pretty successful harvest myself.
Harvest?
I went to see Apollonius and got my hands on an empty bottle of that Septarian wine. I analyzed what little wine was left, and I uncovered something quite terrifying.
What is it?
Based on my analysis, it isn't wine at all. It's a highly addictive substance, almost like a drug.
What?
1 or 2 sips and you get a sense of power and exhilaration. But regular consumption leads to complete debilitation.
Wait. Is that the same stuff they're selling at the Justice Society's church? Because everyone in town is drinking that stuff. And just about everyone took out loans to even have the money to afford it.
I went ahead and looked into that too. It looks like the mass production version isn't nearly as concentrated, but it's still acting like a drug. I wouldn't be surprised if we see more cases like Apollonius's cropping up in the future.
That's not okay.
Sherman, you son of a bitch! Don't you have any shame? Putting drugs in people's drinks. There's some things you just don't do. If we let this slide, eventually it will end up in our curry. And our sushi!
Father, if you knew about this, would you still call it justice? Even seeing people chained to such addiction. No! I simply can't accept this! No sane person could call this justice!
They've gone too far. I'll destroy the Septarian Club with my own 2 hands! Harley, you think you can make that remedy you were talking about?
Well, let's see. If I use the fairy flower as a base and combine the materials you brought me, I think the remedy should be remarkably potent. But this remedy was designed with alcoholism in mind. I have no idea how effective it'll be against an actual chemical agent.
You can figure it out, right? I mean, that's your whole thing.
Maybe if I had a bigger sample size for the wine, I could develop a more effective compound.
So you think we should just go all in and buy as much wine as we can?
Don't be stupid. Do you want to wind up like Apollonius?
Obviously, I wouldn't drink it, duh. I'd use it to come up with a better remedy.
Are you sure? I can totally see you saying something like, 1 sip can't hurt, and then you gulp it all down.
How stupid do you think I am?
Instead of jumping through all these hoops, why don't we just destroy their means of production?
Are you suggesting we infiltrate their base of operations?
Not their base, necessarily. They must have a wine factory or something, right? Somewhere with a lot of wine?
I see. Very intriguing. Cut the evil out at the root and protect the common man from himself. 2 birds with 1 stone!
So Lola, do you have any information about a wine factory or something?
But of course! And considering the circumstances, I'll give you a huge discount.
You're giving us a discount? What's next? I get struck by lightning?
Come on, I'm not completely heartless. I'm trying to help here. Besides, I didn't say it would be completely free.
Yeah, true. You're still asking for money. Boy, that was close. I almost thought you were a good person for a second there.
Well then, from now on, Bajas and I will be traveling along with you.
Whoa! You're finally gonna come with us, huh?
Sure. You're gonna need me at some point. I figure it'll be better if I'm already out there with you.
Plus, I get to indulge in Bajas' cooking every day from here on out!
You bring me the ingredients and I'll make you anything you want.
Nice! Alright, let's have one more feast to raise our spirits before we set out on our raid!
That's really all you care about, isn't it?
So this is where they make the wine, huh?
All things considered, the security seems pretty lax.
Maybe it's a holiday or something. They gotta get a few days off, right?
I doubt we'd be so lucky.
Whatever the reason, it's a good thing. This should make it easy for me to get a sample.
Yeah, true. While we're at it, why don't we get crazy and smash this place up? That'll help me digest some of this food, too.
You just couldn't stop eating until the second we had to leave, could you?
If you can eat, you should eat. That's what I always say. Okay, guys, let's go!
I'm not sure if Fang cares about anything other than eating. Hey, Fang. Don't you think this is kind of strange? This factory belongs to the Septarian Club, right? But we didn't have any trouble getting in.
That's a good point. Even if it were a holiday, you would expect them to have a few staff members on hand.
Hell if I care. If it's a trap, it's a trap. We'll just have to crush that trap. More importantly, Harley, how's the wine? Can you use it for your analysis?
Sorry, it's no good. Everything I'm seeing is the cheap, mass-produced stuff. The stuff Apollonius was drinking had a much higher concentration. Of course, the vintage on the label is a complete lie.
Okay, then let's keep looking. What's up? What's up?
Look at this, Bang. These labels refer to a 20-year-old vintage, just like what Apollonius was drinking. It's the same concentration, I'm sure of it. If I can bring some of this back with me, I should be able to do a fairly accurate analysis.
Glad to hear it. Then let's grab a few bottles and head back.
I do apologize, but our particular club does not allow for takeout. Or bring in, for that matter.
Who the hell are you?
Is this where I say it's an absolute pleasure to meet you? My name is Junon. I suppose you could say I'm the Septarian Club's general manager.
The Septarian Club?
So you're Fang the Heretic. I've heard a lot about you. You've caused quite a bit of vexation among our other members, thanks to your interference. I like to think we're fairly tolerant, but we can no longer forgive the outrage you've caused. I'm afraid we need you to disappear now.
Death to the heretic for the purity of
So it really was a trap.
Bring it on. I refuse to lose to this trap.
Let us begin.
Suffer no evil. Die, Suffer no evil.
I'm ready.
Hour. Is that the best you got? What's so funny?
You heretics are fools. There's a time bomb here within the factory.
What?
We've already activated the detonator, and all the doors in the wine cellar can only be opened from the outside.
You know, I just realized that lady from before totally disappeared.
The doors are shut tight. They must be locked from the other side.
What? But then all of you!
We're willing to die for the purity of justice. All hail the Septarian Club!
They would shed their own allies on a whim? Those Septarians are monsters!
What should we do? If they're telling the truth, this place could explode at any moment.
Soji, have you heard from them?
No, not yet. They should have arrived by now. But
They were supposed to be our ace in the hole.
Hey, what are you talking about? Who's they? Damn it! Here it comes!
Oh no, that was me. Ah, just in time! What? So you're ace in the hole?
We can talk about it later. We need to get out of here. It could explode at any second.
Oh, okay! Whew, that was close.
I have to admit, I wasn't expecting you two to show up.
Pippin got in touch with us, and we've been observing things from afar. I'm just glad we made it in time.
But I don't get it. In our world, these two were...
When I arrived in this new world, these were the first two I happened upon. Much like before, they were making a living on indiscriminate assassination. But I sat them down and made them realize that their line of work was especially dangerous. After that, I simply had to whip them into shape. And I was quite thorough, believe me. First was classical ethics and justice, up until current philosophical thought.
it's a long story. So to summarize, Ethel can now converse normally, thanks to Pippin's teachings.
Oh, that's right! In our old world, all Ethel could say was kill, kill, kill.
I don't say that anymore. I've learned that there is joy to be found outside of battle.
Oh yeah? Like, what kind of joy?
Hey, what are you doing? Why are you sniffing me?
Something smells good. Something in your pockets.
Huh? Oh, you mean my cookies? These are my emergency rations. You want them?
Yes.
Pippin taught Ethel the joy of eating. She's especially fond of sweet things.
Bajas, you think you could give her one? I don't have any sweets on me currently.
Sure, I don't mind. They did save us after all. Here you go.
So sweet. So happy.
What the hell, Bajas? I didn't know you were holding. Share the wealth, man.
Calm down. Like I said, they're emergency rations.
Don't be so stingy.
I must admit, I'm glad to have a first-class fencer on our side. As you say, she was once a true professional.
What's wrong, Lola? Well, it was my intel that got us all into trouble. I just feel kinda bad.
Wow, you actually feel remorse, huh? I figured you'd just be like, that's just the cost of doing business and not give a crap.
I would never do that. I always give a crap about my business.
Then perhaps you should make sure your product descriptions are more accurate in the future. If you lose the public's trust, there are no second chances.
I know.
Anyway, let's head back for now. I'm very excited to analyze the wine we've obtained. I managed to learn quite a lot from the wine we got from that factory. All I have to do now is synthesize an antidote.
So you're saying we can fix Apollonius?
I can't say for sure. If nothing else, it should alleviate his symptoms.
Bang! That's good, right?
This whole thing's been a real pain in the ass. Getting all those ingredients, and even getting the wine. As soon as he joins us, I'm gonna make him bow down and tell me, thank you, at least 100 times.
Still, I should mention that it's going to take some time to prepare. Meanwhile, maybe you should track down some Furies or Septarians.
For sure. Lola, you got any new info for us?
Huh? Oh yeah. I have some info about another Fury, but...
What's wrong? You seem surprisingly reluctant.
Well, I was just thinking. if I accidentally gave you some more false information, then...
Hey, if it happens, it happens. It's no different from everything up till now, right? If it's a trap, then we smash the trap. We're not gonna lose to these jerks.
Yeah, I guess so. Thanks, Fang.
And where is this fury?
Oh, Sudoku again. I've got it marked on this map.
Okay, so we know where we're headed next. We're looking for a Fury in Sidipua Den. I don't remember ever coming here before.
The world was reborn, so it makes sense parts of it would be different.
Reborn. I know I mentioned this before, but do you think the goddess would grant another wish if we revived her again in this world?
I really don't know. Tiara doesn't seem to have the Vile God's blood, and I don't...
This again? Could you please just let it go? I don't...
Well, I guess there's no point thinking about it now. Let's just go get that Fury.
My turn!
Found it! This has got to be the Fury, right?
I've been waiting for you.
Huh? Dorfa's lapdog!
Director Bernard!
It's been a while, Mariana. I haven't seen you since Dorfa collapsed.
What are you doing here? Are you another Septarian assassin?
I didn't want to raise my sword ever again. If it was up to me, Sanguina and I would have fallen into pleasant obscurity together.
Master...
But the whims of fate have not yet released me. All I can do now is try to live as long as I can. Live with Sanguina. In this
Director Bernard!
Perhaps I said a little too much.
Sanguina! Fair Eyes!
Understood, Master. Suppress. Annihilate. Master!
Sanguina! I'm sorry. If I die, you die with me.
I don't mind. A fencer and their fury are one, right? Wherever you go, I'll be right behind you.
Sanguina, thank you. If I can only be reborn, you and I, together.
Why? Didn't he already die once in our old world? He had a second chance here.
He did indeed. And he was different from before. He had no greed, no ambition. He did not suffer from the Vile God's blood. And yet, destiny still made a plaything of him.
Damn it! Why did it have to end up like this? First Galdo, then Apollonius, and now him. I thought this world was different!
Fate makes a fool of us all, it would seem.
What matters now, I would say, is that once again, a member of the Septarian Club knew exactly where to find us.
Maybe he was just waiting for us this whole time.
Whether he was waiting for us, or it was a trap, my point is that he was here. Lola, where exactly have you been getting your information?
Hey, come on!
I hate to make such an accusation, but do you deny that you're a Septarian Club spy?
Now just hold on a second. That's a hell of a leap to make. Sure, she might be greedy. Sure, she loves money more than anything else in the world, but she's not the kind of person who would sell out her friends. I can personally attest to that.
You're wrong. You're so wrong, Fang.
Huh? What do you mean I'm wrong?
He's completely right. They came to me and started threatening me. So I started leaking information to them.
What?
I'm sorry, Fang. I really am.
Lola! You...
My word. Well, we can't do anything about it now. Let us return to the inn and discuss our future.
I see. So Director Bernard.
Yes.
He was unworthy, I think. In the old world, his ambition was his undoing, despite his considerable skill as a fencer. Conversely, in this world in which the Vile God perished, he let his heart become too gentle. He was not up to task. Those who cannot resist their fate are doomed to an idle death.
Affirmative. You must have exceptional strength to survive in this world.
And yet, even I don't know how long I can stand against my own fate.
No, Lord Sherman! You're different! I know you're trying to create a world for us, filled with beautiful, kind people.
Chiaki,
Lord Sherman,
when I look at you, you remind me of my deceased sister.
Your sister?
She was a beautiful person. All I wanted was for her to live on in her purity. I was prepared to ignore reality, if it meant my sister could live in a world of perfect beauty. But she witnessed the ugliness of the world, and she went to a place I could not follow.
Lord Sherman.
No matter how hard I wished for a pure world, the world's impurities never went away. Even understanding this truth, I still seek a perfect world.
Am I not enough? Can I do nothing to help you, Lord Sherman?
Chiaki, thank you.
So Lola, unlike the rest of us, you weren't just suddenly tossed into this world. You've always been part of this world, haven't you?
Yeah. The Septarian Club told me all about you guys. They told me how the world had changed, and why.
I knew something was off! You were the only one that wasn't there during the fight against the Vile God!
Wait, so... Lola, you knew all along? You knew about Galdo and Apollonius. And when we were trapped in that wine cellar, you knew! Not only did you know, but you helped make sure we fell into the trap!
That last part's not true! Nobody told me the wine factory was wired up like that! You know as well as I do, Fang! You know how they throw away their allies as soon as they're done with them!
Then why?
I didn't have any other choice. This world is just too harsh for a fairy to make it on her own. I lost my customers, my entire business. I didn't have anything left. That's when they came to me. They said if I told them whatever I could about you, they'd make sure my business prospered.
Everything's business with you. Do you really care about money that much? Does it mean more to you than our lives?
Of course not! I could tell the moment I laid eyes on you. I felt it, like I knew you, like I met you somewhere far away, sometime long ago. It tore me up inside having to betray you like that. When we found out they were drugging the wine, all I could see were the faces of my past customers. I thought, what have I done? That's why I always fight my hardest when I'm with you guys.
Lola.
I'm so sorry. What can I do to make it up to all of you? Please, tell me.
There is only one thing you can do. Tell us everything you know about the Septarian Club. Every last detail. And of course, you will be required to continue fighting alongside us.
Huh? You're still willing to trust me?
Don't take this the wrong way. But I don't trust any of you, even the slightest bit. I never have. But I have my reasons for fighting the Septarian Club. And if I want to succeed, I cannot be picky about how I get it done.
Tiara. She's right. Whatever we think, whatever happened in the past, we all share the same goal. We can't let our group be destroyed from the inside. Trust her or not, I vote we hear what she has to say and take action from there.
But she still has to tell them about us. Won't they just set another trap?
And? Weren't you the one who said that if it's a trap, we would just crush the trap?
She's got you there, my boy. They're right. We simply need to keep our resolve strong.
You don't have to rub it in. But yeah, it's true. I did say that. Trap or no trap, we just gotta do it. Okay, Lola, fill us in. Where's their main base of operations?
It's in a wine factory. I've marked it on this map. This is where they manage nearly their entire wine operation.
And we gotta get in there. Go ahead and tell them we're planning to attack it. Then, when they inevitably show up, we smash them!
Simple but effective. This is our chance to destroy every last villain in a single blow!
By the way, Harley, did you finish making that antidote?
No, it'll take a little more time still. I made the compound, but we need to wait and see if we get the proper reaction. See?
Why did you stick it in your, chest?
The surface temperature of my skin is perfect to catalyze the reaction. Plus, my chest is nice and soft. Where better to keep it safe, right?
Right. Well, as long as it works. Lola, go ahead and pass on the information. Okay, Sherman. Now it's your turn to walk into a trap. Just you wait.
You can count on me! This is the pride of the Septarian Club, their biggest wine factory.
It's on a completely different scale from the last one.
Indeed. There's little doubt that this is their preferred location, which means I would assume an exponential increase in security.
Who cares how big it is? They already know we're coming.
Indeed. Even if this were, say, their third largest facility, there would
I'm fine with that. If they show up, we just have to destroy them.
Exactly. No matter what comes at us, we just gotta crush them. Okay, everyone, let's finish this once and for all.
Hey, Tiara?
Yes? What is it?
Well, it's just... I was wondering why you decided to trust me earlier.
I told you already. I don't trust any of you in the slightest.
I was just thinking, since I had a faint memory of Fang from before, I thought maybe you did too.
What are you talking about? I don't remember anything. They keep talking about some other world, but I don't have the faintest idea.
You don't have to pretend, you know. I don't know anything about past lives or reincarnation or whatever. But if you did have memories from a past life, and you got to meet those people again, don't you think that would be kind of wonderful? I think it's pretty wonderful.
Yes, I suppose that's one way to look at it.
Huh? Sherman!
So it would seem you discovered that Lola has been working for us as a spy this whole time.
She's not a spy. You threatened her and forced her to inform on us. It's not her fault!
Fang!
It hardly matters. Either way, your long journey ends here. Chiaki, the wine.
Yes, Lord Sherman.
Are you nuts? I don't care how strong you are. If you drink that stuff, you're gonna end up just like Apollonius.
Ah, what a wonderful aroma. Such a mellow, elegant bouquet. Feels like a soft kiss from Mother Earth. Like being embraced by the goddess herself.
Sherman, you bastard! You!
Don't waste your breath, Fang. He's not the same Sherman we used to know. He's just a pitiful shell, possessed by madness and warped ideals. He's an emperor with no clothes.
Negative. Sherman is quite sane. There are no abnormalities in his brainwaves or displayed mental state.
That's enough, Ryushin. There's no need to discuss it. All I want to say is, those who still stand with you shall receive true justice. Let us do battle, Fang. You or I. Which of us is truly just? We will answer that question here and now.
Sherman, you've toyed with people's fates for long enough. I can't forgive you for what you've done!
Ryushin. Fair eyes.
Affirmative. Initiating combat mode.
I won't fall here!
Here I come!
Executing.
I'm ready!
Here we go!
Executing highest speed.
We got this! I'll leave this to you.
Let's do this! You got this!
Understood.
Executing upper speed.
Away with you!
It's fading.
Here we go!
It's up to you now.
Razzle dazzle time!
Executing
This is the hunt! Strength wanes.
my turn! You take care! Fight! Executing twisted dance! My turn! Handle this!
Leave it to me!
Executing flame assault!
What should I do? How can this be? It's my turn.
Unleashing Skyfall.
Light! Shining light! How was
My
that?
turn!
Let's make this interesting.
Here I come!
Executing upper speed.
Cast you off! Into the sky!
Here we go! Now then.
My turn. Freezing meteor.
It's fading.
Let's do this!
Executing burning strike.
Two.
Let's go, eh?
Summer time.
But this is the end. I shall end your life quickly. I'm
Unleashing
fine.
Skyfall.
Light! Shining light!
It's not over yet.
It's my turn.
Messed up.
Here we go!
Unleashing Bulletstorm!
Let's get awesome!
What should I do?
One more down!
Here I come! Terrorize!
Allied transformation complete.
It's my true strength!
Unleashing Skyfall.
Everything in this strike! My soul roars! This is nothing. Time?
Executing Burning Strike.
Stay down!
So sorry.
That was close.
Level up! Power has
Ugh!
Fair Rise, out. Vital signs, weakening.
Lord Sherman!
Impossible. How could I lose to him? I was to become the king of this new world.
You lost because even you have a limit. You can't possibly create a world all by yourself without recognizing the value of others. See, I'm not like that. I know I can't do everything on my own. I'm not proud to admit it, but I'm just not that great of a person. But that's exactly how I was able to make it so far. Because of my friends.
Ridiculous. Such pathetic sentimentality is nothing but the mewling of frightened rodents. Weakness is a barrier to the execution of true justice. Pure justice exists only within he who has a noble soul.
Sherman, audio sensors have detected the cocking noise of a gun. The probability of an incoming sniper bullet is...
Lord Sherman, watch out!
What? Huh? Chiaki!
Lord Sherman, thank goodness you're safe. You are so strong, Lord Sherman. I know you will become this world's king, so don't give up. Keep looking forward. Even if you can't do it now. One day.
Chiaki! No. This can't be happening. Chiaki!
What? What the hell just happened?
I told her again and again she was merely to observe, and still she let herself get too close. This is why I loathe children.
Junon? And Noye!
Don't worry, Sherman. I'm sure she'll be reborn as an insect that lives, cries, and dies.
This is your fault, Lord Sherman. Surely you realize that. Going on and on about your feelings. You failed to grasp the full picture. You have proven why you were nothing but a bit player, unfit for the Septarian Club.
Junon! You miserable woman!
Noye, Lord Sherman seems to be searching for peace. Help him find it.
I'll pray that you get to be reborn as an insect, so you can join that girl and release your desperate cries into the heavens.
You still have quite a hefty balance remaining on your wine loan. I suppose as payment, your life will have to suffice.
Oh.
Sherman.
Sister, within my heart, the rain is falling once again. A rain that never ceases. And when the bells on flowers bloom, they will...
Hey, Sherman! Come on! You're gonna get through this! Sherman!
Good grief, Fang! What has gotten into you? Compose yourself, please.
I won't forgive you for this! All you bastards are gonna pay!
I truly am disappointed in you. I give you one chance after another to become an apostle of justice.
What the hell do you know about justice? Real justice wouldn't cause this much rage!
A golden opportunity.
What do you want to become?
How does...
I'll put it on.
Get ready!
Executing Eruption Edge.
Release!
Not bad! What do you want to become? I envy you all.
Oh, my apologies.
Fang, are you okay? Even combining all our strength together, the difference in power is staggering.
I can feel her malicious energy.
What? Malicious? How utterly ridiculous. This is simply the power of those who have faith. Those who have no system of belief could never win against those who believe in justice. Why, that would be positively unreasonable.
Just shut up!
But can I tell you something, Fang? The truth is, you still have one final chance. Partake of our wine, swear your allegiance to us, and we would be delighted to have you assume the late Lord Sherman's former role.
What?
As if Fang would never do that.
I'm not talking to you, wretched child. I'm talking to my darling Fang here. So, what do you think? A favorable answer would guarantee the lives of your beloved companions as well.
Come on, Fang, tell her. Tell her she can take her offer and shove it.
If I do what you say,
Fang, what are you saying?
if I drink that wine of yours, you'll spare their lives? Is that a promise?
Why, of course. I am many things, but I am not a liar.
Don't do it, Fang! You know what they're like! You know this is what they do! They figure out where people are vulnerable and make deals they know they can't refuse. With Lola and Apollonius, they just...
Aaron, that's enough! It's Junone, right? All right, Junone. I'll drink your wine.
Fang!
A wise decision, Fang. Now then, if you'll just take this glass.
Fang, are you serious about this?
Yeah. I said I'd drink it, so I'm gonna drink it. If that's what it takes to save you guys.
Fang, stop! Please, I'm begging you! Don't do it!
Listen, Aaron. If I drink this and become... not myself, I want you guys to kill me.
Fang! Are you truly willing to go that far?
Fang! I understand. I won't try to stop you. But please, at least take one last look at my chest.
What? Now is no time for...
I think now is the perfect time. The Fang we know might be gone soon, so why shouldn't he take one last pleasant memory with him?
Don't shove me in! I can't breathe.
My heavens, Fang! At a time like this? How delightfully scandalous! You're welcome to massage mine as well if you wish. Only after drinking your wine, of course.
I thought I was gonna die in there.
Now then, if you're quite finished, drink the wine. Every last drop. Drink, 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 drink!
If that's what it takes to save everyone, I'll do what I have to do. My life or theirs. Everyone, prepare for the worst.
Oh dear, oh my, oh my, oh dear! What was that? Just what in the world was that? That's not the reaction I was expecting at all!
Yes! Looks like our gamble paid off!
Huh?
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about this!
The test tube! Now I see. The whole reason you shoved Fang into your chest was so that he could drink the antidote.
I wasn't sure if the reaction worked or not, but I guess it did. How do you feel, Fang?
I feel amazing. It worked perfect. Not that I expected anything less from the amazing Harley.
Antidote?
Yup. I analyzed your wine's chemical composition and created a medicine that could reverse the negative side effects. I also discovered that it is a powerful stimulant. I figured I would keep that part. So now Fang is, well, in a word, invincible.
Yeah, I feel like I can do anything now, thanks to your crappy wine.
No, this can't be!
I can see how Sherman might have drowned in this kind of power.
Fang!
Don't worry, I'll be fine. I'm not gonna drown. I'm not a big fan of wine anyway. All right, let's go, Aaron! Fair Eyes! Let's crush them all in one move!
Okay, Fang!
Pay attention and check out my amazing new strength!
I won't fall here!
I have something for you.
I'll send you to your next life.
What power! Noye, I believe it is time for us to depart.
I guess it's still not time for me to be reborn. I don't think I'd come back as an insect just yet.
Not so fast! Ugh! Damn, I can feel the strength draining out of me.
Even with the antidote, that wine is a dangerous substance. I think you must be having a reaction to it. But it stops you from being able to abuse that power, which is good.
Yeah, you're right.
I suggest we take some time to regroup. It might be a bit dangerous to chase after them right now.
Wait, before we go, Sherman.
Oh, yeah. We can't just leave him here. He deserves better than that, at least.
You were a fool, Sherman. But I'll avenge you. After all, you were still our friend once.